The option switches, such as the power window, red arrow, and the power seats mirrors, blue arrows, can be replaced once the door panel is removed. This will be shown at the end of this article. Working at the door latch, remove the T20 torque fastener, red arrow, then remove the plastic trim piece, blue arrow. Working at the center of the door panel, below the pull handle, remove the small plastic cover. Lever the cover out using a plastic pry tool, then pull it down to remove it. Working at the inside of the door panel, remove the plastic cover. Pull the cover straight off to remove it. Moving to the tweeter speaker, pull the tweeter housing straight off the door. Detach at the inner edge first, then disconnect the electrical connector by pulling it straight out. Working inside the door panel where the plastic cover was removed, remove the T30 torque fastener, red arrow, then disconnect the electrical connector, blue arrow, by pressing the release tab and pulling it apart. Remove the center door panel T30 torque fastener, as indicated by the red arrows. Release the center door panel clips by using a door panel clip tool. The clips are indicated by the red arrow. I like to start at the lower corner. I then work my way around the door panel, releasing all the clips. Once the door panel clips have been disconnected, lift the door panel up, red arrow, to remove it from the door. It will not come off just yet. You have to detach the door handle cable and electrical connectors. Pull the door handle back enough to access the door handle cable. Pull the cable away, red arrow, from the handle and remove it from the mount, blue arrow. Then unhook the cable end from the handle. Pull the door panel back enough to access all the electrical connectors. Disconnect the electrical connectors, red arrows, by pressing the release tab and pulling them straight out. Then disconnect the speaker electrical connector, green arrows, by pressing the release tab and pulling it straight out. The blue arrow points to the printed light circuit connector. To release this, press in the tab, blue arrow, and pull it straight out. You may need to use a flathead screwdriver to get this release tab. Once all the electrical connectors are disconnected and detached from the door panel, remove the panel from the vehicle. You can now service items behind the door panel and repair them as needed. When installing, reverse the order of the removal instructions. Be sure to replace any damaged door panel clips and properly route all the wiring as it was before. To replace the power window switch, disconnect the electrical connector, blue arrow, by pressing the release tab and pulling it straight out. Remove the T15 torque fastener as indicated by the red arrow. Then release the retaining tabs, green arrows, and push the switch out of the door panel. To replace the power mirror switch, pull back the insulation, green arrow, then disconnect the electrical connector, blue arrow, by pressing the release tab and pulling it straight out. Remove the 8mm fasteners, red arrows, then push the switch out of the door panel. To replace the power seat switch, pull back the insulation, green arrow, then disconnect the electrical connector, blue arrow, by pressing the release tab and pulling it straight out. Remove the 8mm fasteners, red arrow, then push the switch out through the door panel. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.